10 minutes later, I was waiting while the river caught the lights. You arrived carrying your jacket and a little paper bag. Said you bought 2 cinnamon rolls, but already eaten half of mine. We sat along the river railing, watching bicycles go past. You said you'd had a long weekend, didn't wanna talk about that. So we made one simple agreement: no work stories for the night. Then started walking with no reason toward the other side.
Don't ask where, don't ask why. Follow the streets under the lights. Where the night goes, let it take us there. Where the night goes, I don't really care. Past the windows, past the neon signs, we can lose the hours one at a time. Where the night goes, leave the map alone. Keep walking with me, don't take me home. Don't take me home.
We found a street behind the theater, neither one remembered well. There was a tiny second-hand store, still open near a hotel. He disappeared between the shelves and came back holding an old coat. Said it looked like something I'd wear. I said, absolutely not. Then I found a pair of red shoes. You tried them just to prove a point. They were almost 2 sizes too big, but you walked around anyway. The owner watched us from the counter, trying hard not to laugh. We bought an old disposable camera and left everything else behind. Outside you took the first picture, before I knew what you were doing. Then handed me the camera and ran across the empty crossing. We decided there were 20 shots and everyone had to be real. No posing and no second chances, just whatever happened there.
One small picture, one passing light. Keep what happens here tonight. Where the night goes, let it take us there. Where the night goes, I don't really care. Past the windows, past the neon signs, we can lose the hours one at a time. Where the night goes, leave the map alone. Keep walking with me, don't take me home. Don't take me home.
Around midnight, we reached the square where somebody had left music on. Tables from the cafes were empty, but the speakers played one final song. You started moving without warning, right there underneath the trees. I said there wasn't anybody watching. You said exactly, dance with me. I refused for maybe 30 seconds. Then you pulled me from the wall. The camera flashed from your other hand and probably caught nothing at all. We left until the song was over and sat beside the fountain edge. You took the final cinnamon roll and broke what remained in half. You asked what I'd do with a month if nobody expected anything. I said I'd probably take a car and follow every road toward the sea. You said you'd rent a tiny apartment in some town you'd never seen. Learn the names of all the streets, then leave before it felt routine.
Maybe someday, maybe not tonight. We already have what we've got. No destination, no perfect scene, just a little space between everything.
At 2 we found an empty tram, still running toward the northern side. then waited for the first tram back.